In the digital age, a single moment can change everything. A glance, a pause, or a stray sentence can ignite a wildfire of speculation, analysis, and rumor. That's exactly what happened when Joe Rogan and Andrew Schultz, two of the most influential voices in the podcasting world, made a seemingly casual reference to Charlie Kirk's widow during a recent episode. What followed was a viral storm that swept across social media, leaving millions of people questioning what was real, what was staged, and what secrets might be hiding in plain sight. This is the story of how a few words, a couple of silences, and a handful of glances turned a routine podcast into a global mystery. It's about the power of suggestion, the art of silence, and the way the internet can turn the smallest detail into a worldwide obsession. The power of archetypes and the art of persuasion. To understand why this moment became so explosive, you have to understand the concept of the archetype. In media and culture, certain people become more than just individuals. They become symbols, archetypes that represent ideas, movements, or even entire eras. Charlie Kirk, in his life and especially in his death, became one such figure. He wasn't just a political commentator or a thought leader. He was a phenomenon, a person whose words and actions rippled out far beyond his immediate circle. But when tragedy struck and Charlie Kirk was assassinated, the spotlight didn't fade. Instead, it shifted. Suddenly, all eyes were on his widow, Erica Kirk. Her every move, every word, and every silence became a subject of public scrutiny. Was she grieving, or was she performing? Was her composure a sign of strength, or was it calculated? Was she a victim, or was she playing a role in a larger narrative? This is where the art of persuasion comes in. In the age of social media, the line between genuine emotion and performance is razor thin. When someone is trying to convince you of something, they often try to draw you into their emotional state. If they're angry, they want you to feel angry. If they're sad, they want you to feel sad. And if they're calm, they want you to believe in their composure. The question is, what's real, and what's an act? The podcast moment, a spark in the dark. It all started during a seemingly unrelated conversation on Joe Rogan's podcast. Andrew Schultz, known for his sharp wit and sometimes biting sarcasm, brought up Charlie Kirk's widow. His tone was soft, almost hesitant, but there was an undercurrent of something unsaid. He referenced a man who had said things he probably shouldn't have, and then, almost as an afterthought, mentioned, "If you believe that's true, then you're special." Rogan didn't interrupt. He just nodded, his expression unreadable, his gaze lowered, his mouth turned up in a half-smile. That brief exchange, just a few seconds, was enough to freeze the room and ignite the internet. Viewers slowed down the clip, analyzed every facial expression, and speculated about what was really being said. Was it a slip? A coded message? Or just a joke gone wrong? What made the moment so powerful wasn't what was said, it was what wasn't said. The silences, the half-smiles, the lingering glances. In an age where every detail is scrutinized, the lack of denial or confirmation became the biggest clue of all. The internet reacts, analysis, theories, and suspicion. Within hours, TikTok, Reddit, and X, formerly Twitter, were flooded with clips, breakdowns, and theories. People zoomed in on Rogan's eyes, dissected Schultz's nod, and debated the meaning behind every pause and smile. The consensus was clear: there was something more to this moment than met the eye. Some viewers believed that Rogan and Schultz had accidentally let slip a secret that was never meant to be public. Others thought it was a deliberate move, a way to stir up controversy and keep people talking. But everyone agreed on one thing: the moment was too perfect to be a coincidence. The internet is a place where nothing goes unnoticed. Every detail, no matter how small, is analyzed, discussed, and debated. In this case, the lack of clarity only fueled the fire. The more Rogan and Schultz refused to elaborate, the more people wanted to know. The grift accusation, a new layer of controversy. As the conversation continued, the focus shifted to Erica Kirk's actions after her husband's death. Despite Charlie Kirk's reported wealth, his widow began asking for donations online. This move was quickly labeled as grifting by critics, who questioned why someone with access to millions would need public support. Rogan and Schultz didn't outright accuse her of wrongdoing, but their tone and choice of words left the audience with more questions than answers. Was this genuine need, or was it opportunism? Was Erica Kirk a victim, or was she playing a role in a larger narrative? The accusation of grifting is a serious one, especially in the age of social media. It implies not just financial impropriety, but a kind of emotional manipulation, a way of using tragedy to gain sympathy, support, and ultimately money. For many viewers, this was the moment when the story shifted from a personal tragedy to a public scandal. The power of silence, when saying nothing says everything. What made the moment so powerful was the silence that followed. Rogan, known for his ability to steer conversations, chose not to elaborate. Instead, he let the moment hang, allowing the audience to fill in the gaps. This strategy, saying less to imply more, proved incredibly effective. The internet did the rest, building theories, connecting dots, and turning a brief exchange into a full-blown mystery. In the digital age, silence is never just silence. It's a statement, a strategy, a way of controlling the narrative without ever having to say a word. By refusing to clarify or deny, Rogan and Schultz allowed the public imagination to run wild. The public's obsession, every detail under the microscope. As the days passed, every aspect of Erica Kirk's public persona was analyzed. Old videos were replayed, her social media posts were dissected, and even her body language was scrutinized. Was her calmness a sign of serenity or calculation? Was her smile genuine or rehearsed? Some viewers believed she was a honeypot, a manipulator using emotion to sway public opinion. Others saw her as a grieving widow caught in a media storm she never asked for. The truth, as always, seemed just out of reach. The internet is a place where nothing is ever forgotten. Every old clip, every past statement, every photo becomes a potential clue. In the case of Erica Kirk, her entire public life was put under the microscope, with millions of people searching for signs of authenticity or deception. The split, 2 camps, 1 mystery. The internet quickly divided into 2 camps. One side believed Rogan and Schultz had accidentally revealed a deeper truth, a secret about Charlie Kirk's death and his widow's role in the aftermath. The other side insisted it was all media theater, a masterclass in controversy designed to keep people talking. Regardless of which side you're on, one thing is undeniable: the moment was too perfect to be a coincidence. Every pause, every look, every word seemed carefully chosen, blurring the line between reality and performance. This split is a hallmark of the digital age. In a world where everyone has a platform, every story becomes a battleground. Facts are debated, motives are questioned, and the search for truth becomes a never-ending game. The role of social media, fueling the fire. Social media played a crucial role in amplifying the mystery. Hashtags trended worldwide, and every new post from Erica Kirk was interpreted as a potential clue. When she shared an old photo with the caption, "The truth will outlast anything," the internet exploded with speculation. Was it a message? A warning? Or just nostalgia? Even mainstream journalists couldn't resist the story, asking whether Rogan and Schultz were hinting at something they couldn't say outright. The silence from all parties only made the theories grow darker and more complex. Social media is a double-edged sword. It can bring people together, but it can also tear them apart. In the case of Erica Kirk, it turned a personal tragedy into a public spectacle, with millions of people watching, analyzing, and judging her every move. The anatomy of a viral mystery. What makes this story so addictive isn't just the tragedy or the gossip, it's the mystery itself. In a world where information spreads faster than ever, silence has become a powerful tool. By refusing to clarify or deny, Rogan and Schultz allowed the public imagination to run wild. Every week, the clip was remixed, analyzed, and reposted. Viewers believed there was a hidden code in the way they spoke, a truth buried in the pauses and glances. The line between fact and fiction blurred, and millions became obsessed with finding the next clue. This is the power of mystery in the digital age. When the truth is just out of reach, people will do anything to find it. They'll analyze every detail, debate every theory, and keep searching long after the story should have ended. Erica Kirk, victim or villain? At the center of it all was Erica Kirk. Once praised for her composure, she now found herself under intense scrutiny. Was she hiding something? Was she protecting someone? Or was she simply trying to survive in the aftermath of a public tragedy? Her silence became both her shield and her weapon. In an age where everyone is shouting for attention, saying nothing can be the most powerful statement of all. For some, Erica Kirk is a victim, a woman who lost her husband and is now being hounded by the media and the public. For others, she's a villain, a manipulator who is using her tragedy for personal gain. The truth, as always, is probably somewhere in between. The lasting impact, a story without an ending. As the weeks went by, the noise didn't die down. The Rogan and Schultz clip continued to circulate, sparking new theories and debates. Some believed the two were protecting someone close to Charlie Kirk. Others thought they were simply voicing what everyone else was afraid to say. But the real genius of the moment lay in what wasn't said. In just a few seconds, Rogan and Schultz turned a routine podcast into an internet legend. And at the heart of it all was a single question: what is the truth? This is the nature of viral mysteries. They don't end, they just evolve. As long as people keep searching for answers, the story will keep growing, changing, and adapting. The power of mystery in the digital age. This story is no longer just about Rogan, Schultz, or Erica Kirk. It's about the internet itself, the way curiosity spreads, the way silence can be weaponized, and the way millions can become obsessed with a mystery that may never be solved. In a world where every detail is analyzed, every pause is meaningful, and every silence is suspect, the search for truth becomes a never-ending game. Maybe there is no secret. Or maybe that's exactly what they want us to believe. The internet is a place where stories never really end. They just pause, waiting for the next clue, the next theory, the next viral moment. And as long as people keep searching, the story will keep going. The psychology of silence. Why we can't look away. Why are we so obsessed with stories like this? Why do we keep watching, analyzing, and debating, even when there's no clear answer? The answer lies in the psychology of silence. When someone refuses to speak, our minds fill in the gaps. We imagine what might be true, what might be hidden, what secrets might be lurking just out of sight. Silence becomes a canvas for our fears, our hopes, and our suspicions. In the case of Rogan, Schultz, and Erica Kirk, the silence was deafening. It was a challenge, a provocation, an invitation to speculate. And the internet responded exactly as expected, by turning a few seconds of awkwardness into a global phenomenon. The media's role, amplifying the mystery. The media played a crucial role in amplifying the story. News outlets picked up the clip, added their own analysis, and interviewed experts on body language, grief, and media manipulation. Every new article, every new video, added another layer to the mystery. Journalists asked tough questions. Was Erica Kirk's grief genuine, or was it a performance? Was Rogan protecting someone, or just stirring the pot? Was Schultz speaking in code, or just making an offhand remark? The media's coverage only fueled the fire, turning a personal tragedy into a public spectacle. And as the story grew, so did the stakes. The internet's obsession, searching for clues. As the story spread, the internet became obsessed with finding clues. People slowed down the audio, increased the background noise, and claimed they heard a voice behind the camera whispering, "Don't say that." Others analyzed every frame, looking for hidden messages in Rogan's smile or Schultz's nod. Reddit threads exploded with theories. Some claimed the two podcasters were speaking in code, communicating a secret that only insiders could understand. Others believed they had accidentally revealed a truth that was never meant to be public. The search for clues became a game, a puzzle, a collective obsession. And as long as the mystery remained unsolved, people kept playing. The impact on Erica Kirk, a life under the microscope. For Erica Kirk, the impact was immediate and profound. Her social media following exploded, but so did the scrutiny. Every post, every photo, every statement was analyzed for hidden meaning. Was she sending a message? Was she hiding something? Or was she just trying to move on with her life? The pressure was immense. In the age of viral mysteries, no one is safe from public scrutiny. Every action, every word, every silence becomes a potential clue. For some, Erica Kirk became a symbol of strength, a woman who refused to be broken by tragedy. For others, she became a symbol of suspicion, a woman who was too calm, too composed, too perfect. The legacy of the moment, a new kind of storytelling. In the end, the story of Rogan, Schultz, and Erica Kirk is about more than just a podcast moment. It's about the way stories are told in the digital age. It's about the power of silence, the art of suggestion, and the way the internet can turn the smallest detail into a global phenomenon. This is a new kind of storytelling, one where the audience is as important as the storytellers. Where every viewer becomes a detective, every comment becomes a clue, and every silence becomes a statement. It's a story that will never really end. As long as people keep searching for answers, The mystery will keep growing, changing, and evolving. Your turn. Join the conversation. What's your theory? Do you think Rogan and Schultz know more than they're letting on? Or is this just another case of internet overanalysis? Is Erica Kirk a victim, a villain, or just a woman caught in the crossfire of a viral mystery? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the stories that shape our world. Because in the age of viral mysteries, the next word, or the next silence, could change everything. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and be part of the conversation. The truth might be closer than you think.